Well, now I'm leaving the Saba Falls and going down to Saba Beach. And it was just enjoyable 10 minutes. And now we're going south and turning toward right into the Saba Falls Road, which there's lots of cottages in Saba Falls Road facing the Saba River. Unfortunately, it's this time of the year, not much rain, and Saba River's low. But in spring, the runoff, it's huge flow, and the falls are just terrific. It's just, you know, the rush of water, the power of the water. You can see really power of the water at that time of the year. It's unbelievable. I've done many pictures and done many videos and share with our residents, which we have 50% of our residents living somewhere else, but they own cottages here. So they enjoy those videos and pictures that I post through the year. We have a campsite to the left for the people. They have no cottages but decided to have a campers, and that's where they stay from May to October, and after that it's they're closed. So now we are turning right from Saba Falls Road. They still continue, and there's a little plaza here. That's the local store, sort of mom and pop store, variety store that you can go in summertime to buy. Become springtime, they sell flowers. So this is here, it's a boat launch, it's Saba. It's where the people boat launch. And here's a parking area also. It's private land, but we do rent from them, town rent from them, so the people have a place to park. And now we are at north end. What is welcome us is the outhouse, or what you call it, and this is the north end, and this is dedicated. This was placed here by the Friends of Saba, and this was dedicated to Jeff Peach. He was environmentalist, coastal environment. He passed away a few years ago, and his wife and daughters were here when this was dedicated to him. He done lots of work and given lots of input to the municipality. Unfortunately, some of the people on the council did not listen to his advice. Well, I'm looking this, you know, I'm just standing in front of this called a porta potty, and this has bothered me very much. First of all, it's a health issue. Anybody can, you know, bump this and turn over. I mean, you see it before, you know, somebody feel like important and choose to turn the things. That could spill on the road, and that's a health issue. And first of all, it's eyesore. It's eyesore. This shouldn't be here on the world-class beach, having these boxes all through the shoreline. Or there's a better way to do it. So now we are on the lakeshore. On the right hand side you see the dunes, and on the left hand side they're all water property cottages and homes that some of them people live through the year. And there's a local tennis court. People like to play tennis, they can come here. I think there's a membership here. This road needs fixing, as you see it. There's a potholes, and that was in a plan to be done this year. And see, they done some ditching towards the river. That has been done, and now it's just a to-do surface. There's another porta potty no matter where you go, and then you have a guy here, he's emptying it. This is a 6th Street washroom, and the road is paved from 6th Street all the way up to the main drag. This road is done, and this was planned to be done 2013, but it didn't because money went to be done road in Huron Woods, and then the year after this was done. It was budgeted for. And if you look at the left hand side, there's all beautiful cottages. Can you imagine summertime especially during the long weekends? As our mayor said, there was 150,000 people here on the beach. Can you just imagine these people that they pay very high taxes, put up with this? Whoever park here, this is a parking area, and they go and they do their things, private things, on the people's lawns. They do the barbecue on people's lawns. These people are not happy. This is not good for the security reason. This is not good for the real estate value reason. And I'm speaking as a former real estate agent. That would decrease the value of their investment. And that investment is the bigger investment that anybody can make in their life. It's their house. And I'm concerned about that. And that's the one thing that I said it's on my agenda, to have a plan to regulate this. It's too many people on this beach, and the things that going on the beach, tensing, cooler, bringing food, leaving the garbage. So that has to change. You just don't put a bunch of outhouses, or they call it whatever, privis, in a huge commercial dumpster and says, I take care of it. That's not taking care of it. That's not the Sabo Beach, or any beach in the town of South Bruce Peninsula. Should be. And this is the area that council members, excluding me, want to put town square, which was close to 2 million, 40 feet high scaffolding, Jack Gullet, all steel, with a slide down, and a backlash of the people spending that kind of money for this postage stamp, a lot, was scaled down to a 900, and that 900 has to be a debenture. And when you debenture something, it's not 900. By the time you pay off, it's a double. Because I know that I dealt with mortgages and amortization of the properties that I sold through 15 years. And washroom going to be in the plan. Look at this. If you look the washroom here, and then you have a porta potty attached next to it. What is that telling you? That these washrooms are not sufficient. So you have to attach waxes privies next to it. That's a native site. Mm-hmm. And I have to admit that they have very good a plan in how they arrange this side of the beach. And when it's full, they put a barrier close. Talking about the sand and bulldozing of the sand, if I just going to point it out, this main street, main drag here, when it's windy, you can shovel it, the sand that comes from that beach. And that's the resources that you cannot, you cannot replenish. This is it. When it's gone, it's gone. And that's what I'm talking about, the fencing that we used to have. And they were put there for a purpose. And if I just mentioned that Jeff Peach, that we just talked about it up there, that was the one thing that he was talking about. But I guess for the sake of the tourists, so they can bring everything with them under the sun, he says no. And now that we're losing this precious resources sand from the beach, we are also inconvenience the business people on the main street. The sand blowing. You can see it. But that's nothing. You can practically go with a shovel and shovel it. See? This is Main Street in Sabo. I mean, as you see it now, the tourists are gone. Here and there you have a few, and it's not many cars, not many people on the road, which look peaceful. But in July and August, both sides are packed with the cars and the people. This is a little plaza here. It's a private plaza. Over there, it's a J.K. Kirkland's old store, which is now closed. You know, there's no business there. It wasn't this summer. We have a medical center here that I was huge proponent of this, and I was in committee when this was in the infancy, and I was the first one in my family to donated quite amount of money for this too, and I have a picture, putting the shovel in the ground, and I'm very, very happy that this is here. It's a little bit too big, but that time they were planning to put a emergency, vehicle there, so we have it here, but that didn't happen because Bruce County didn't let it. And then we have maybe half of this building it's for rent, but it's not rented. So it is quite expensive. There's lots of money in their private funds that the people put to mortgage it. And there's a health department here that the doctors and nurses, that is rented by the Ontario Health Department. That's under their jurisdiction. We have here right across the road, it's the amusement park. It used to be amusement park for years. And so it was sold to someone, I believe person is from Orangeville, whatever it is. It was a dispute about when was proposal to put in sewer and water. That fiasco, big sewer and water, Carl Noble and his lobbyists from Toronto. And it was prorated, so he would pay a huge amount of money for it. And he just locked the door and walked away. Now it's listed with Lars, real estate agent anyway. His first name is Lars. He's have a cottage in Oliphant. And I spoke with him a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him what is the listing. He says 2.3. Ask him any buyers, since it's another word. He says nothing than a paper. They just kicking the tires, and that's about it. There was a company from Toronto that want to put 2 rows of townhouses. Don't thinking that a place like this in Sabo doesn't have sewer and water. When they find out, they just walk away. So that's as much as I know about this. Would I support anybody that come here and they want to open the business, whatever it is, residential, commercial, industrial? I will not support, because this is a tourist area and industrial have no place to be here. However, in a certain area we have a zone industrial. Here, I will support commercial and residential by all means, 100%. Until then, we have nothing.